All right, and we are back. And ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute honor to sit down with the legend and an honor to be friend, Max Flinders. Bro, welcome back to the pod.
What's up? Thanks for having me back, dude. I appreciate it.
Oh, man, listen, the honor is absolutely all mine, but we have a little situation on Facebook real quick. It says we're not live, but I'll fix that as we're talking. But we are on YouTube and LinkedIn at least right now. So anyway, yeah. Max, listen, dude, 2025 has come and gone so fast.
Yeah, it really has.
I mean, it's just crazy how fast the time's gone by. I'm like, what is even going on? But anyway, we have a lot to talk about the season of 2025. So let's start at the very beginning of the season. Max, did you have any certain expectations coming into this season?
Definitely. You always come into the season with high hopes. You're like, okay, what have we got new? What can we change? I've done new workout routines. Like, hopefully I feel better on the bike. We made progression last year, and the year before was not that good. So hopefully this year will be better than that year, and all different stuff like that. So I definitely came in, Atlanta and Alabama are two of my favorite rounds. So going to Alabama first was definitely like a perk for me, because I was like, oh, dude, one of my favorite rounds is first. We're going to kill it. It's going to be great. And I just wanted the year I just want to do better. Every year we're on the same bike, but we're trying to make the privateer team better every year with some small change. And we didn't really have anything big this year that we were changing. It was just trying to refine the product we already had to get it as good as we could. But other than that, I think I can go faster on everything I'm on. So I was like, you know what? I don't care if it's the same. I'm going to ride it faster anyway. So some places it worked and some places it didn't,
That's true. And, that's the name of the game too, right? I think, and I said this before we went live, dude, I'm proud of what you accomplished this season. I know the season didn't go the way you wanted to, but that's just the name of it. You'll just come back stronger and faster next year. One thing I did notice is you go faster at every track you go to every time.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, the bike hasn't really changed much from last year. We're learning it a little bit, but I've just learned to push it in different ways to go a little bit faster here and there. I mean, some tracks it's not a lot. It's half a second, or some tracks it's like a whole second. New Jersey, the last race of the year, my qualifying time was a 21, where I think I was only like 1.6 seconds off of pole. I was right next to Josh Herron on the grid, and I'm in front of JD Beach and these kind of people. So I was like, dang, that's a good lap. But it's kind of all over the place how the bike decides to ride later in the race when we lose grip. It's just been our issue all year. It's just I can't get the thing to grip after a certain amount of time. It just wants to slide and spin, and then your lap times drop so much, and it's like I can't lose the speed at the end, because that's when you need it the most, Oh,
110%. It brings you back to your flat track days, grass track days, right? Grass track. Yeah, I remember. See, grass track. Let's go. You just okay. Well, let's just do this, right? So is it difficult, going from the super bike to the bagger when you race them back to back?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they're different bikes. They handle way different. The Yamahas, all the race parts on it are so good. The gears are smooth. You can downshift hard and quick, and you could do pretty much anything and abuse that bike as much as you want. Where the Harley this year is definitely a more fragile animal. It's obviously those things aren't meant to be race bikes. So the first year on it, the gearbox, you have to stomp it. It has to be in gear. If it's even a hint that it's not in gear, it'll jump back out. So where you're just on the R1, you have to really hard on the bagger. So it's reminding myself to really stomp on that. And then also, the gear shifts are different. One corner I'm downshift 2 on the Harley, the other one I'm on 3 on the Yamaha. It's trying to remember that. And then also just remembering not to throw it into a corner like I used to, because the Harley drags a lot. I've hit my pegs a lot on the ground, and it's if I go into a corner like I'm on the R1, I'm not hitting that peg on the ground and ending up on the side. But Other than that, I mean, the torque on the Harley is probably better than the R1. So the power out the corners is really cool. And like you're so up high and it kind of flicks in differently. But it's strange. I wouldn't say it's crazy hard. It's definitely interesting though. Like especially having no electronic aids and being able to like ride it like an off-roader. But I think everyone who does both, I think they have a good time. I mean, look at Cam Peterson. He did both this year. And I'm pretty sure he had more fun on the Indian than he did on the Ducati. And then, Gillum, when he gets on the bagger, he's just an animal. So it's like, I feel like they're definitely more riders' bikes, the baggers, than the R1 because you have to have those things so dialed. But it is fun going back and forth.
I guarantee it is. I'm laughing at our good buddy Chris Tolick, right?
Yeah.
He says Max sits when he pees. He must spit his tee up. That's hilarious.
Hey man, sometimes I'm too lazy to aim. Okay.
Right. Hey, we all go through this, right? Sherman says, "Make Max factory." Listen, this is a question I have for you, man. Have you ever, in your mind, what do you think you could accomplish, let's say, on Attack Yamaha?
In my mind, I think I'd be at the top. I feel like if you ask any racer that's their mindset. They'd be like, I'd be at the top. Realistically, I have no idea. I was lucky, like I said, I'm gonna bring Cam Peterson up again. He's my buddy in the paddock, super cool dude. Yeah. He went from the Altus Suzuki to the factory Suzuki, and I went up to him like, "Hey, dude, like, how different is it?" Like, he's like, "You guys aren't even in the same ballpark." He goes, "This bike is so good. It does whatever you want, whenever you want." And he's like, "Honestly, it's so easy to ride. It's not fair to anybody else." And I was just like, okay. Like, it made you feel good and bad at the same time because you're like, okay, it is a lot of the bike that I'm missing. But then also it's like I'm out here and they're saying I don't have a chance, which I'm like, I'm trying to prove them wrong. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, But I'd love to give it a shot. I've been in the paddock so long. I've talked to so many people. The closest I got to do is I rode the Scheibe BMW for a test at Coda. And I was like, I really wanted to go out there and just blow everyone's socks off. But when I rode it, the steering damper was broke. So it's like I did a similar time to what I was doing on the R1 with a broken steering damper. So the handlebars were slapping around like crazy. So I'm like, if that wasn't broken, I had like another lap, like how would it have gone, and thought about that kind of stuff. I wish someone would just give me a test just to go try it and like see what I could do. Cause like, then, you answer a question that you might not want to answer. Maybe I don't want to know that I don't have it, or maybe I'd find out that I got it and more, and I'd make all these guys look slow and they're just scared of me. That's why they don't want to give me a ride. I don't know. It could be either or, but I don't know, man. I wish I could get the chance. I've talked to a lot of teams, but a lot of them ask for the rider to bring money. I mean, there's not a lot of riders unless you're like on the top tier, like going for championships that are just making money through this. A lot of us are paying for rides or trying to get that next step or something. So I don't know. I would love to give it a shot. If Attack Yamaha said, "Hey, come out to Chuck Waller and we'll do some laps," I would take that up in a heartbeat. But Semboli, I don't think he's not going to be calling anytime soon. So.
Listen, you're an absolute animal on a motorcycle too, my friend. There's a reason why you're there, and you're not that far off the top. And it's hard, racing against factory teams on a privateer team. Yeah. You don't have the $80,000 or whatever he makes engineer on a computer that just does his magic, and you sit down and read the squiggly lines and all that good stuff. So yeah, of course. But
yeah, I think what was that Magnum Morelli stuff is like, I think it's $15,000 the electronics for those bikes, and then a person every weekend is like $3,000 a weekend. So that's already $30,000 for the year. Plus the 15, that's $45,000 just in electronics alone, not even bike, travel, anything else. And it's like, we would love to do it because it helps you out so much. I mean, the guys who have it, they can tune their bike for like every yard of the track. So they can make their bike perfect. So they can just come out of a corner, hit it, and like the bike's going to take care of everything. Where we are only running the YEC stuff. And with that, you have to tune the bike for the entire track. So if you need more wheelie control here and less wheelie control here, you can't do it. You have to go for a middle. Or if you need more slide control, less slide, it's always like you have to find like the common ground. So it is difficult when you're a privateer team with not the best equipment. It's like, we're going to try our best to keep up, but like when it's so much easier for them, it's hard. It's really hard.
I want to ask you this question, because this is one of the reasons why I love BSB too. It's such of course, the racing is just proper mega, right? Let's just be honest. But dude, the racing the super bikes with very minimum electronic assist on it at all. So it's old school, proper way of racing. Do you wish we kind of did that more in Moto of America?
I'd love to give it a shot. I mean, electronics are everything, to be honest. I mean, you can see it in all racing across the board. The guy with the best electronics who can like save his tire or, make less mistakes. Like, it's just those kind of things where the only thing the riders are really messing up on is like their brake markers in like MotoGP or something like that. Like, and I don't know if they took that away. Like, I've had more success in the bagger class because there's no electronics. We're not running anything. I mean, when it gets slightly wet out there, I go crazy, obviously. And I've got on the podium twice because, it's all rider feel and everything like that. I mean, it's still even in the bagger class, I'm up against, factory teams. And unfortunately this year we've been down 27 horsepower the entire year. So it's just been, I was chasing, and every time we go on a straightaway, they pull bike lengths on me. So it's been difficult. But even with that, I felt like I've been closer to those guys than I am in super bikes. Like, I've never been in a race and been like, dang, dude, I'm keeping up with Cameron Bobier right now, like the entire race, where I've been in other races in the baggers with no electronics and been like, dude, I'm here. Like, these guys, I'm a problem for them, which is really cool to see. So I don't know. The BSB rules, if we took out the electronics, I feel like there's a ton of the teams would be very upset. But would I maybe profit from it? Maybe. I mean, it would be kind of cool to see.
Absolutely. Would. In your opinion, do you think that nowadays with all the electronics you just talked about, where the rider just gets on there, it's so perfect, he basically does this in the breaking points, do you think that takes away some of the natural ability of riding because they trust so much in the electronics? I
mean, in MotoGP, I'm not saying it takes riding away because those guys are insane. But when you see their electronics stop working, they go to the back. That's it. Like, they're done. If their squat thing stops working, if they lose their traction control, they crash instantly. Like, it's like not even close. So, I mean, I feel like they're able to go that fast because of their electronics. If you take them away, I'm not going to say they're a worse rider. I just think the speeds would come down quite a bit. You couldn't be that consistent without them. It's like riders are amazing, but like back in the day, that's why you had a rider win every single race, like it's because their riding abilities were just insanely above everyone else's, but, I don't know. I don't think to go fast on motorcycle, you have to just be that person.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's anything to do with the riders. I just think it makes it so much easier to go fast that, I don't know, that just helps a lot,
I'm okay. Let me come at it like I can't even talk right now. Let me come at it like this. As a kid getting into the sport and coming up, do you think they, once they get on the electronics, growing up, that natural feel that without the electronic, you hear Casey Stoner talk about all the time, dude. I'd prefer turn it all off.
Yeah.
Turn it off. I go faster with it off, right? Because that's where that natural ability and feel comes in. He didn't like the electronics, right? So some can and some can't, right?
Right.
But dude, Max, you're a legend, bro. Absolute legend, man. For real, dude. No bullshit, man. It's always an honor to see you at the track too. Let's see. I want to get to a couple of these comments. Mark Sherman says, "You have it. Trust me. We were watching you in turn 5 at NJMP. You have a perfect smooth apex." He does.
Yeah, I saw them guys under the canopy going crazy all weekend. It was fun watching them.
So I show up there. It was like, well, I slept there But I got up. It was, I don't know, whatever, 8 in the morning, 7:30. He's over there. And Chris was like, bro, you want a beer? I was like, no. He's like, rock, paper, scissors. And I was like,
7 in the morning.
yeah, I was like, fuck. Okay, rock, paper, scissors. Let's go. Right? I mean, I got to. Aunt Lee says short dudes rock. So anyway, they do, right? I was like, rock. And I ended up winning. So I didn't have to chug a beer.
That's
very
good.
early in the morning. That was good.
That's like just after you brush your teeth too, man. Beer and toothpaste sounds like a bad mix.
Beer and Colgate. Let's go. Oh my God. Listen, we got a good mate of mine across the pond right now. Peter, bro, what is up? Big shout out to my man right here, Jake Marsh. They're out there in the UK. Big supporters, man. I support them huge. Nothing but love and support. Jake's actually racing in the Bemis.
Oh, nice.
Yep, series. On a CBR 1000 R, right? That's how I always like to say R. I sound like a pirate when you say it. So yeah, man, absolutely. Let's see. Mark Sherman says Max is one of the most talented riders in the paddock. He needs and deserves a shot. Listen, I agree. Straight up. Max absolutely deserves a shot. 100%.
I would love it. I would love it. You don't know how many people have told me if they win the lottery, they're getting me a factory ride. And it's like, dude, someone needs to win the lottery.
That goes for me too, man. Straight up. No bullshit. Let's see. He says, Peter says, been out at Alton Park today for the first time since 2022. It felt so good. Comeback race incoming at the last round of Bemis at Donington Park in a couple of weeks. Wish me luck. Good luck, mate. 100%. Go out there. And as my buddy says, give it the beans, right? Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, that's my dad's favorite track, Donington Park. He grew up riding there. He used to race his RZV 500 two-stroke there, and he used to beat up on people so bad it was sick. So it's a cool track.
My favorite, as everybody knows, is Cadwell Park. I've been there, and I've been to Brands Hatch.
You've ridden Cadwell?
No, I have not. When I go back out there, I'm a ride. I went there in 23 for the BSB round.
Oh, okay,
yeah. So it was,
Is it Cadwell or Alton with the jump?
Cadwell, baby.
Cadwell. Okay, yeah. I always mix it up. Yeah. No, I have a poster on my wall with like 2 bikes sailing. I'm like, I'd love to go ride there. It'd be sick just to hit it once. But I've seen a lot of people hit it wrong, and I'm like, we'll see what happens.
Funny thing, I did too when I was there. As a matter of fact, there's Johnny Ray at Cadwell Park on the Red Bull Honda right there. Nice. Yep, making the mountain jump. And it's one of those tracks, you've been to a lot of tracks, man. When you show up and you see it in real life, you're like, I was like, is this can't be the track? Like, it's literally like this wide. No bullshit, right?
Yeah.
And when you see him freaking launch it, dude, I'll never forget. I was standing there and Josh Brooks come by and just full send. And I was just like, are you kidding me right now? Because you're seeing it in real life. And it was the most beautiful. Cadwell is so unique too, because once you come over the jump, you have the back section, right, where it closes in like a little TT course. You literally got the tire walls here and trees and stuff right here. And you come out the back. The last corner, it goes down the straight, and then to the fast left's like 5th gear pin and a super bike, and it goes to the right and a back shift, I think one time if I remember, and it's up over the hill crest right hander, and it's blind, so you got to really know the corner and a drop, dude. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, man. Did you ever ride Cadwell?
No, I left England when I was 11, so I was never old enough to go out on the tracks. So I want to go back really bad so I can go ride some of the tracks. I also want to go to Europe and see, like, how they have like that rent-a-bike thing where you can just go rip. I do that definitely, but I think I'm going back to England in November. It's just none of the tracks are going to be like great in November to ride, so it's just whatever. I'll get back there eventually.
I know I got a lot of mates out there. We can make this happen, homie, for sure.
Hook me up. If they got a bike they'll lend me, I appreciate it.
Well, I'll make some phone calls. We'll see what we can make happen. Fly out there and go for a rip. Tulloch says, when Max podium, the entire paddock erupts in a roar. It does. It really does. It does, Max.
I do like it when I get on the podium how everyone reacts. It's cool because it's like I don't know who's more excited, me or them, and I think having like that passion from other people just makes it even better. So it's really cool to see.
It's awesome. And Mark, you are absolutely right. After 7:30 in the morning, he said that's beer 30. They made you shotgun one. Don't forget, they did. So I ended up having a shotgun of beer right there between 4 and 5. Yeah.
Oh, no.
And then they got me. We're all sitting there, right? And I'm sitting there, and I get this cold sensation poured all over me, and it's a beer. So I got beer dumped all over me that weekend too, as well. So
in the morning.
I can't remember. It was probably 11 a.m. somewhere around there.
You guys are crazy. I love it.
I love it, dude. It's awesome, man. Chris, what is up, my man, dude? So Chris, good buddy of mine, CW Moto. So my mate Luca Allen from BSB races for him.
Yeah.
Class, right? He says I might have missed it. Max, do you have any plans for next season?
Well, I know right now I'm definitely on bagger again. For sure. With us being new to the Harley thing this year, we had so much trial and error, and we just kind of felt lost for the first like 4 races. We were promised some help that we didn't quite get. So the team really turned it around in the last couple rounds, and they finally got the bike where I need it. We're still down on horsepower, but those guys saying, hey, let's forget this year. Give us another chance next year. Let's do it. So I'll definitely be out on the Harley again. The Superbike is up in the air right now. I mean, obviously, Tim's always down to do another season for me, but there's some talks about changing some stuff next year. I don't really know what the changes are going to be, whether it be bike, whether it be electronics, whether it be something like that. But I'm excited. I don't know. Racing is, I don't know. I'm smiley and I'm happy all the time, but I don't really get my hopes up with racing too much, just because you'll have someone very interested as a sponsor, or you'll have somebody super interested to do something for you, and then it falls away last minute. And it's happened to me so many times that now when I hear a big plan or project, I'm like, awesome, I'll be happy when it's here. Like I just want to see it. If it's real, then I'll be happy. But right now, I'm not getting my hopes up because it sucks being let down so many times.
It does. You remind me of what's his name, Tom Cruise in that movie. Show me the money.
Yeah,
show me the money. I love it, dude. So my good mate Peter over there says, "Hey, we can defo make that happen."
I'm down. Like I said, I don't know. It's just with the racing season and me driving the truck, I don't have a lot of time during peak riding season. Like we just got done in October, and like if we go over now, I mean, I don't know. He's going racing soon, so maybe the weather is good enough. But no, I'll definitely keep in touch, and we'll see, because I would love to go ride some of those tracks, any of them, to be honest.
Yeah, man. There's a couple rounds of BSB left, and I think Bemize actually has 2 rounds left, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, they race.
Are they done before November, or are they still going in November?
I have to look at the schedule, to be honest with you. You think I would know that off the top of my head, but I don't, right? So. Yeah. Bro, listen, again, your season's been absolutely amazing. The bagger looks like it's so much fun. I'm waiting for the day, bro. And when is this going to happen? You're going to pull up in the pits when you're on the podium, and you're going to open up the bag and just start chucking out beer.
I would absolutely love that. I'm honestly surprised that none of the bagger riders have done that already, because it would be absolutely epic. But the thing is, every time I've got on the podium, it's kind of been a surprise to me as well. So it's never like I could plan for it. If I just have to carry beer in there all the time just in case, but it might be a little shook up by the time I get it to the end of it, man.
Well, the point of that beer would just be shake it up and just crack it open and spray it on everybody anyway,
just
right?
Cold Stone Steve Austin it, just like,
bro, straight up, just like CFE did to me, right? Just there it is. Let's go. People would love it, bro. Seriously. Imagine the first time it happens. Yeah, it would be
sick.
Proper mega. Peter, proper mega. Peter says they finish in October.
Oh, okay. Got you.
So, I mean, which is perfect because our season's over with. We ain't really got nothing going on. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, we'll have this conversation. Yeah, we'll have this conversation afterwards for sure.
Right.
Let's see. But Mark says the baggers party like the old days after the races.
I mean, that's what it needs to be. I mean, we need to get back to some of that partying, man, having a good time. Like you see Kyle Wyman after he won the championship doing burnout, smoking a cigar. Like that's cool, man. Like everyone was there having a good time. So I don't know. I wish I could have seen racing back. Like, I mean, obviously I'm really messed with cigarettes, but when the cigarettes companies were like sponsoring, I heard it was just insane, like absolutely crazy. So it would have been cool to see with my own eyes and experience it, but hey, man, we're in a different time now, you know?
Max says, I don't really mess with cigarettes, but I'll take that cigarette money.
Yeah.
Let me get that cigarette money. Dude, that's what we need back.
Paycheck.
Yeah, dude. Like, listen, you know, alcohol, they took alcohol, but now the new thing is what? Non-alcoholic. It's not, you can go to any store, it's half non-alcoholic beer now, right? So why can't we get that beer, non-alcoholic money back in the paddock?
We might be able to, but I don't know how many motorcycle fans drink non-alcoholic beer.
Especially the Harley guys, right? They'd be like, no, absolutely
any
not.
of them are messing with that.
No, absolutely not. Which, dude, at Jersey was a big turnout, and a lot of them were bagger riders for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, when the class came out, we were all like a little skeptical about it because we're all like, how's this going to work? What's going to happen? But the fans and people it's brought in who have never seen racing before, it's like, it really worked. I mean, whoever came up with it with Moto America, hats off. You brought in a big crowd. I mean, I think there was record number at New Jersey this weekend, which was awesome to see. I mean, every round there's more people, there's more baggers showing up. They're doing like bagger custom bike shows at the racetrack now. And it's just like, you're getting an influx of people who sit down and then watch us race and they go, whoa, this is cool. I didn't even know this was a thing. Like it has helped the sport out a lot.
Plus they're bringing, you know, stuff to the paddock and lively. Like there's that burnout bike where it don't really do burnout, just smokes, but it makes the noises, right? But I mean, activities and stuff like that. And that's what fans want to see, right? One thing I'm going to start doing next year when I show up to the races for one day, I'm going to go around and I'm going to interview the fans, straight up the fans. I'm going to go around and get the fans' opinions. Hey, what brought you to Moto America? Is it your first time? You been to any other tracks? Do you plan on going to another track in the future? You know, how'd you hear of Moto America? You know, as a fan standpoint, is there anything you'd like to see change in our sport, you know, as far as fan activities or anything like that? And just get kind of a poll going on to see what people really want and, pass it along.
I think the cool thing that would be if, you know, those like inflatable TV things that they have like MotoGP and like they can put TVs everywhere. I think that would be cool for like Moto America to do. I know it's most tracks to do, but like at New Jersey, when you're sat in turn 5 watching, there's no TV near there, right? So like, you know what's going on in your corner, but the rest of the time you don't really know. So more pop-up TV so you can indulge in the whole race instead of just that corner. Like, I think that would be kind of cool to see, but I know that's a lot of money and a lot of more room in the truck and more of this, more of that. So, but it'd be cool to see.
It would be, or have a big inflatable, like what is it, big old ones you could rent for your kids to jump on the bounce houses and all that, but have like a big kind of like swimming pool and fill it up with Jello shooters and CFE. And it's just
you're talking about partying.
We got to bring it to the track, right? Let's go. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Hey, people would stop and be like, can I get in and have a shot? Absolutely. Come on. So, yeah, man. So what'd you think of the championship, dude? The way it ended up with Cam Bobier coming out.
Yeah, I mean, everyone said that Cam Bobier was like slept on a little bit. Like no one was really talking about him. But, I mean, I feel like that's the way he wanted it. He's like, I don't want people to talk about me. I don't need that pressure. Like, I'm here. I'm going to do what I need to do, and I'm going to try to win this championship. I mean, what is it? They all had, was it 6 wins or 5 wins or something like that? And then all had 11 podiums. So they were all pretty much equal across the board. Bobby just looked like he was on top form at the time. And then, I don't know, there was a lot of talk about race 2. I mean, What I don't know what happened. I've seen both sides of the video. From the side you see on TV, it looks like Bobby just lost the front. From the side on the other, from the back side, he definitely hits the back of Josh Herron's bike. I don't know what happened, but anything could have happened. From, Josh could have been a little bit late on the throttle, and Bobby thought he was going to go. Josh could have had a little glitch or something. I don't know what happened, but I do feel bad for Bobby. That sucks, like, really bad, because he rode the heck out of that bike this year, and I think he definitely deserved the championship. But Cam Beaubier has been riding extremely well too. I mean, not everyone out there is on a BMW, and to get those things to handle well and do what they do was definitely a challenge. So for him to come back and do that, and then Josh was doing everything in his power on the track to get this championship, which, I mean, I said that crash, I don't know what happened. I'm staying out of it. But, I mean, it's what Josh had to do. Like, Josh got himself back into the championship contention because of the way he was riding. And what else can you ask for about your rider, It's just one of those things. Also, Josh said it too. Did Bobby need to be pushing that hard? I mean, he was, 20 points ahead of Herron. So if Herron won that race and he got second, as long as he beat Beaubier, he still would have been 20 or 16 points ahead, So it's like, I don't know. It was a crazy end to the weekend, but seeing Beaubier get a championship again after going to Moto2 and going through all that, and then coming back and then having like a series of unfortunate events, like from like busting his head at Pittsburgh and like doing all this, to see him win the championship, with his son and his wife and everything, like it was really cool. It was really cool to see him. I'm really happy to him. He's one of the nicest guys out there. So it was nice.
Yeah. The story though was, me just watching on TV. I mean, I just seen the same thing everybody, even though I was there, I was too busy doing this with my buddies to watch the race live. Cause I like to, cause this is my time. I get to spend time with you and everybody else and actually have a conversation. Right. So
exactly.
I went back and I watched it and I was like, man, to me and I slow motion down, zoomed in and try to get all the angles. And I mean, it just looks like a racing incident. It looks like, maybe Josh maybe went in there, maybe just a touch bit slower. But it looked like to me, Bobby was doing the same thing he did a couple of times, just rushing it in and just going for it, which is last weekend. But who knows what is going through a rider's mind with all the adrenaline pumping and all that going on. So it's
yeah. And then Bobby came back on immediately and apologized for the whole this. But I think in Bobby's mind, he thinks Josh Herron shut off and caused the crash on purpose, which, I mean, it is a technique used in racing. Like sometimes you can be a bit slower in a corner, which backs the next guy up, which gets him closer to the guy behind him for an attack. It is a thing that can be used, but the fact that if that was what happened, that Bobby went down because of it, it sucks. But I agree. I think it was a racing incident. It just happened. And two guys fighting for a championship. Both of them wanted it really bad. Josh was doing exactly what he needed to do, and Bobby was trying to pass him. So it is what it is.
That's the name of the game, ain't it? There it is. So, Erica, what is up, Erica? It was an honor to spend time with you and David and everybody this weekend. Thank you so much for my chocolate cake. It didn't last too long when I got home. As soon as my wife got a hold of it, that was it. So I got 2 bites out of it, but thank you. I thoroughly enjoyed those 2 bites. She says, I was in that turn live. I know what happened. That was the 3rd time it did happen during that race. And in my mind, I was like, yes. I'm going to ask her, well, what did happen? And she already answered it. He didn't need to push, and he did.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Well, yeah, no, like I said, if you were in that corner watching it, was just, better than me. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was still a beautiful weekend, man. There was a lot on the line. Big shout out to Alessandro Di Mario, who got the Twins Cup and the Junior Cup.
Yeah, no, he's been killing it this year. I heard a story about him where they went to a riding school, and there was a bunch of the like younger riders there, and they went to the classroom, and like by the third classroom, most of the kids were like, I'm not going back to the classroom. I know what I'm doing. And he stayed until like the last classroom thing. And he was like one of the only kids still there. And they were a little confused. They're like, why are you still here? And he goes, I'm not just here to ride. I'm here to dominate. And like, that's exactly what he did this year. I mean, even on the Kramer Cups, the dude's not the lightest guy. Like, he's a bigger dude. So he had that going against him, and he still pulled out the championship, So it's like, it was cool to see. He definitely did really well, twins and everything. So hats off to him. He's a good rider.
He's an absolute animal. Exactly what you just said. Every time I talk to him, he's like, dude, I just want to dominate. I was just like, listen to our podcast we just had not too long ago. It's like, yeah, it's Fig. So listen, Mark says, Erica agreed. I saw it with you. Erica says, I have half of this championship cake in my fridge.
That's funny.
Oh, that's hilarious. Mark Sherman says, I didn't get any cake. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, it was yeah, man, it was a proper mega weekend. Again, the year's over. Man, I hope you're back in Superbike. Have you ever thought about doing like super sport?
I mean,
any opportunities there?
I mean, the thing is, Superbike and Supersport cost about the same amount of money now. So it's like you get a 900 Yamaha, do all the trick stuff you need to do to it, and you're still sat in the same spot. You've got privateer teams and factory teams. I mean, they're not technically factory, but I mean, Matthew and Blake, to me that's a factory team. Strat Racing, that's a factory team. I mean, they spent, I think, easily over like $2 million this year on their setup and everything, and it's just like crazy. Like, I'm not even close to that kind of budget. So it doesn't really make sense. Also, you get all the footage in Superbike, you get some extra perks for being Superbike and stuff. I have thought about going stock 1000 because, it's more of a fair playing field. And with the times I've been putting on the Superbike, if I could do similar times on the stock 1000, I'd be on the podium most of the time. So I don't know. There's a lot of talk. I don't know what we're going to do with them combining stock 1000 and Superbike next year. I don't know what the plan is really, but I don't know. Supersport it's not a step down, but it would be a step down in terms of our progress for me. Yeah. I would go DAC, and then it would be in the same boat with less experience and less everything. Yeah. And then I have to change my riding style to suit the more flow and carry in the corner speeds. And it would, for me, not like it would be a step back, not in career, but like in my progress with what I've got,
Oh, 100%. Have you thought about getting something else besides the Yamaha? Is that in the plans?
That is what we're talking about right now. Because, I mean, when we got the Yamaha, it was the best bike on the field. I mean, the Yamaha won every race that year. It was just how it was. But I don't know. We're in talks right now. There's a couple of manufacturers we're looking at. Luckily, through my bagger team, I've met some extra people who are willing to lend a hand. So I said, I don't believe it until I see it yet. I'm not saying anything and jinxing nothing. It's just, I want to see what happens. And if not, I'm still going to do the Yamaha Superbike. I can't let this year be my last year. Cause I mean, besides New Jersey, the last 6 races I finished 1, and that's rough for anyone. Like 6 races, you finish 1, and it sucks. So I can't let that be my last year. Also, this is like my last year before I turned 30. And it's like, it really, really cool to like say I raced all through my 20s, and then, hey, 30, maybe I'll just become a commentator and just smile at people. I don't know, something like that.
Man, you can't hang it up after 30. That's bullshit, Matt. Absolutely not. What are you talking about? No, we're definitely going to talk after this. That's not gonna happen, bro. Absolutely not. Yeah, I mean, I always wondered, hey, what would somebody else, do on a different machine? Sometimes that's all it takes.
Right.
It means simple as that. So, yeah, man, dude, I'm excited for you in 2026. Back on the bagger. It's They're tall, they're heavy, they're fast, they're loud, and you feel them come by for sure. So
yeah, I like it. Some people come over to me and they're like, oh, so how much do they weigh? They're race bikes. So like, do you like get them to like 400 and something pounds? I'm like, no, they're 650 pounds. They're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, dude, they weigh a lot. Like crashing those things sucks.
Yeah.
You have to pick them up and it's terrible. Like I feel so bad for the corner marshals that have to pick those things up. That's why you see so many of them coming in on the forklift, because when the handlebars are gone and the tank's smashed and everything, you cannot pick them up. They're too heavy. So, yeah, no, they're definitely heavy.
Oh, my God. That's it. Mark Sherman says, Max on the mic, right?
Yeah. Actually, me and Mike did talk about that. It would have been Max and Mike on the mic, and it would have been that would have been a thing, It would be a triple M. It would have been great. So
I mean, it can still happen, and you can still race.
I got to race. I got one more year of me first, and then maybe I'll do it. But I don't know. Being at the racetrack and not racing too might like destroy me a little bit. So it'll be one of those things. I'm way too competitive to not compete. Like even when I go to soccer games now, I used to play soccer as a kid all the time, and I'm like I could get in there and do something. Like I probably couldn't, but it's like I want to do it. So. I don't know, being at a racetrack without racing and thinking I can still kick everyone's butt might be difficult for me,
Dude, listen, you can do it. You can absolutely do it. You're not going to stop after 30, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
yeah, dude, absolutely. Erica says Max and Mike would be an awesome. Yes, absolutely, they would. Mario Ferrone, what is up? He says, I feel bad for my bike all the time. That's why my 1000 identifies as a 400. That's hilarious. Oh man, I mean, yeah, it's what's life after racing, Max? You ever thought about that? Like once the letters go up, do you want to like coach younger kids, stay in the paddock? Or
I would, if I could stay in racing and coach or do track day coaching or anything kind of like that, that would be amazing. Unfortunately, where I'm living in New Hampshire, there's like not really that much I could do. I could definitely teach at Loudon, but I've ridden there a bunch. It's not my favorite track. There's a lot of walls. I couldn't ride my 1000 there. It's just, you never get it out of second gear. So teaching up here is difficult, especially with the winters too. You're not doing anything over that. But like I said, I don't want to get off a bike. I love riding too much. There's a reason, even though I'm not winning, I'm still here. It's because this is my passion. I love it more than anything. I think I can win. I want to be out there. I want to be on a bike. Motorcycles are my favorite thing. It's not even just the motorcycles. It's not just the racing, the people. Like you don't find anybody better than motorcycle people. They're always, every time I go to a track, there's the best people around. I've got free meals from people. I've got rides from people. People donate parts. Like they're just so cool. So I don't want to be out of touch with that at all. Like that would actually really bum me out. But staying in it, I'd have to figure out something. I don't know what I'd do. I'd find something, but I don't know. I definitely, after this, I'm going to have to get a job eventually and start looking at the house market, which is so cheap right now. So it's so easy to buy houses and stuff like that and everything. But there's a lot of things I'm thinking about with the off stuff, but I don't know. I just don't. It's one of those things that if I don't think about it, maybe it won't happen. But we'll see.
Mario says, "Dude, you missed your free meal at Mid Ohio." LOL.
Wait. Oh yeah, no, he did offer. I'm not gonna lie. He did say, dude, he cooked too,
bro. The chef,
the best.
Yeah,
every time. Road Atlanta. I don't even remember what it was, but he just pulled something out of this tin foil thing. It was
brisket.
Yeah, and
I remember. Yeah,
he goes, try this, and I was like, I don't want to eat anything else for the rest of my life. Like this is all I want. So,
oh, dude, that is awesome, man. It's you're right. He come up to me, at Atlanta too. I was up there by turn 1 by the fence, and here he comes up on a scooter, and he's got this tin full thing. He's like, "Hey, dude, you gotta have a piece of this, right?" Like a drug dealer, bro. He's looking around. He's like, "Here, hurry up, get a piece of this."
Yeah, if I weren't at the racetrack, I would be a little bit more sketched out. But most people there are trustworthy.
Facts, right? Yeah, it's a good time, man. So, what's your plans for the off season, bro?
I got to get a job. Obviously, once you're done racing, no more paychecks coming in. So, I've got to figure something out. I've done UPS the last couple of years, so that's been fun. The fastest delivery driver on the East Coast, easily. And drifting those things in the snow, which I'm not supposed to do, is awesome. But I don't know if I'm going to do that again this year because we moved. So I live too far. Could be like an hour and a half commute to a UPS job, to drive all day, to drive an hour and a half back. And then during Christmas, I don't get off until 10 p.m. And then it just sounds like a lot. So, and I also have a lot going on. I've got weddings to go to. I've got this motorcycle show in North Carolina this weekend. I've got to go back to England to see my grandma because she's 96. I just got a lot going on. So I've been looking at maybe doing some subbing for like school. I used to be a sub and like for math and stuff at my sister's school. And I've been looking at trying to do that again because then I can kind of pick and choose when I work, and then I can work all week, or, hey, I need this time off. And then my girlfriend's a teacher too. So we have the weekends off so we can actually like do something instead of me delivering packages until midnight and then coming home being like, I'm going to bed, like, you know. So yeah, I would probably get back into that. Also, I've worked with kids since I started working. I used to be a small performance coach for children. So we always get along. So it's like they always think my job's super cool, and then you get kind of this respect instantly, and then the rest of it's super easy. So I might go back to subbing again.
That's awesome. I couldn't imagine walking in a classroom and Max Flinders is my teacher, right? I'd be like, dude, motorcycle. Like, if I was a teacher, I'd end up talking about motorcycles half the time. I'd try to teach whatever I was and implicate motorcycles into it too as well.
Right. Yeah, just make math about cylinders all of a sudden.
Yeah, right. And geometry changes. This is geometry. So when you take the front end of the forks and you rake it out this way, it changes this and this. And then you got to do this with the pivot and blah, blah, blah. And they'll be like, what the fuck's this guy talking about? And 2 + 2 is 4. There it is.
Exactly. And then now we've got a 4-stroke. So here we go. Like,
oh my goodness. Well, listen, Max, bro, this has been a lot of fun, man. It's an honor to always sit down with you and chat it up. Listen, again, I'm super proud of you this season, bro. You absolutely killed it for sure. I
did something.
you look, what, babe? Hi. Say hi.
Hey.
Happy first
You
person to be on the podcast.
Yeah, it is.
Are you almost done? We have an issue.
Yeah.
It's an issue.
Okay. All right. So
sounds like you're needed, sir.
yeah, apparently we have an issue, and I think it's got to do with my son. So I'm gonna have to go in there and lay that smack down, baby. Let's go off the top rope. Bam. Right, let's go. But anyway, yeah. So it's been a lot of fun. Before we end this podcast, I'll let you get all your shout outs. I just want to say thank you to everybody that watches and likes this podcast, hits that likes and subscribes and all that good stuff. If it wasn't for every single one of you, I would not be sitting here doing this. So it's nothing but love to each and every single one of you. There we go. I had to get my hand. How come my thing's not going? There it is. I was going to say, what's going on now? Right. Look, Michelle says, oh, Rossi, right? I mean, we're getting ready to go find out. I'm pretty sure it is because I don't hear no noise, so it's usually not a good thing. But anyway, Max, big shout out to Gus Rodeo at GRG Designs. If anybody needs any graphics for your bike or your car or your truck or stickers or whatever, look no further than GRG Designs. Yeah, so that's all I have, Max, dude. Absolute honor to have you on, and big shout out to Komani and AGV Sport. If anybody needs a suit, hit me up. It's 2025, can maybe 2026. It's weird to kind of say that now, right? Yeah, treat yourself to a full custom suit. Don't buy that off the rack suit. If you do, give it to your friend or make a purse or a dog carrier or something out of it, right? And give it to your girlfriend or your wife. But yeah, let's go. Max, tell everybody where they can find you and social media and buy the merch, right? You guys see the merch right
definitely.
Here?
Yeah, no, social media, Instagram still the same, Max88 Flinders, Facebook, Max Flinders Racing. I am probably gonna start trying to do more YouTube stuff. So keep an eye out for that. Me and my dad have been rebuilding a 750 GT Suzuki. So we've got a bunch of video on that. I have to figure out how to do it. I've already edited it and everything, so I'm excited to put that out there. But other than that, maybe I'll start a TikTok. I think that's what the kids are on these days or something. But no, those are my main two. If you want merch, we're talking with Bison at the moment to maybe get merch on their website. It's going to be some really cool stuff, lots of different colors and everything. A lot of yellow still, but that will be coming up soon. So I'll be posting that online, and you guys can go get an awesome race shirt, just like this one right here.
That's right. So listen, before we get off here, real quick story of I haven't told this story before, but how me and Max actually become friends when we first met. So I had just got done talking to the guys that started the podcast, Jules and Andy, and I was part of it. Then we were doing race reviews at the time, and this is when we transitioned into getting guests on. And I was thinking about ways of reaching out to get people like Max and everybody else on. And Max had just put out this post with this shirt saying, hey, I got my new merch in this and that. So I sent Max a message on Facebook. Was like, Max, dude, I definitely want, size large, whatever. But, oh, by the way, we have a podcast. It'd be an honor to have you on. And that's when we first sat down. That was, dude, like 2 years ago, a little bit over 2 years ago. It's crazy. Absolutely. Yeah. So listen,
start a friendship. So you got to buy, we got to get some more merch out so I can make some more friends out here.
That's not why we're friends, Max. Don't go there. No, I'm just playing. You're right. And look, Max friendship is cheap. It's $25. That's all it costs. That's it. And there you go. You're friends for life. Oh my God. All right. As always, listen, this will be on Spotify, all that good stuff tomorrow. If you miss it, you can go back to my YouTube and my Facebook and rewatch it. Max, I got to go because I got to go handle something, but I'll shoot you a text. We'll We'll schedule our one for the beginning of the year. And you guys stay tuned. I got a couple guests coming on that will end the rest of the week. And we'll see you soon.
See you later.
See you, bro.
Calling all two-wheel enthusiasts, get ready to rev up your earbuds with Pin the Gas Podcast, the ultimate motorcycle racing podcast, hosted by Chris Simcoe, one of our very own excellent leaders here in Roanoke, Virginia. With expert analysis, behind-the-scenes stories, and exclusive writer interviews, Pin the Gas Podcast delivers the adrenaline rush of the racetrack straight to your ears. Whether you're a diehard fan or a curious newcomer, you'll gain insights that will transform how you watch and understand motorcycle racing. On your favorite podcast app, join Simcoe as he takes you on a high-speed journey through the world of motorcycle racing. Pin the Gas Podcast.